Hey everybody, welcome back. So for today's video, I'm going to show you how to take your skin from looking like this to this. So if you're interested in learning how to do a full coverage foundation look, go ahead and keep watching. So as you can see, I do have quite a few acne scars on my face, and those are the main things that we're going to be covering up today, as well as the dark circles under my eyes and just doing a nice even skin tone look. So the first step we're going to do is go ahead and cover up those acne scars with a layer of concealer underneath the foundation. I'll be using the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer on one side of my face, and I'll also be showing you a drugstore option as well. So what I'm doing is just barely tapping the product onto those scars. And after I do that, I will go ahead and take my ring finger and begin to very lightly tap that into the skin. I'm using a very light pressure here, and I'm just placing the product over the scars where I want it to be. Next, I will go in with my beauty blender and I will blend out the edges of the concealer. I'm not really focusing on the middle of the concealer where it's actually covering the scar. I'm just worried about blending the edges so it looks more natural. So then I'll do the same thing on the other side of my face, only using the Maybelline Master Conceal Concealer from the drugstore. This is a great dupe for the Tarte Shape Tape Concealer, and it's about half the price. So I'm doing the same exact thing, just focusing on tapping that into place and then blending it in with the beauty blender. Next, we can go to foundation. I'm using my tried and true Revlon Color Stay. So I'm just going to dot that onto my face. I'm using quite a bit since I want a full coverage look. And then I'll take a flat top kabuki brush and begin to press that foundation into the skin. I'm not swiping and I'm not doing any circles yet, I'm just pressing it in. Once I get that product pressed in, I will buff it in just a little bit, but if you have dry skin, I don't recommend doing that. Just go ahead and press it in. So you can see the difference in the coverage there. It's quite dramatic. So then I will move on to the other side of my face, following the exact same steps. Once the foundation has been applied with the brush, I like to go over it with the beauty blender to get rid of any brush strokes and soak up any excess product so the foundation doesn't end up looking cakey. I'm using a very light pressure here and just getting every surface area of the face. So now you can see we have quite an even complexion, and we're going to move on to concealer. If there are any spots still peeking through that you don't feel comfortable with, you can go ahead and use a little bit extra concealer and blend that in with your beauty blender, and that should do the trick for you. This is just a very light application of concealer since we did do it before the foundation, and that foundation is pretty full coverage as well. So this is a step you can do if you just want to add a little extra coverage, but feel free to skip it if you don't think it's necessary. The next thing we'll do is under eye concealer. I like to apply my concealer in a triangular shape under my eye, bring it up onto the eyelid, and then any extra product I'll run down the center of my face just to highlight those portions as well and make them look a little more awake and bright. So after you've applied the concealer, you can move on to any powder that you like. My favorite is the Rimmel Stay Matte Powder. I like to put this in the areas where I put that concealer. And I'm just doing this to ensure that the concealer doesn't crease throughout the day and that it stays in place and doesn't move around. So you can use any powder you like, but I recommend using a translucent one for this step. The next powder I'm going to go in with is the Fit Me Foundation Powder from Maybelline and a dense brush, and I'm packing this powder over those acne scars just to give a little bit extra coverage. And once you've completed that, that is your last step to getting a full coverage foundation look. So this is the finished product. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this and that it was helpful for you. If it was, feel free to subscribe so you can see more of my videos. Thanks for watching. Bye!